Bit of a problem. It's way up there in Duluth, which is like northeast Georgia. I was completely over it. So I know they're gonna clown me about this.
Once I came to the door and was taken aback by the very home style setup that it was, with plastic cups and food still being cooked, and it just wasn't, it didn't really seem like a moment.
Let's have some fun, please.
So as I'm driving to this so-called event, I noticed that as far as I don't know what, first of all, it's all the way out in Duluth. Now, you know, I don't even go that far north unless it's something really important. But we had to go all the way up to Duluth just for some eggs and some bacon. So we could have went to the local Waffle House down the street. I mean, I'm just saying it's a lot closer. Been invited to Mikey's brunch. Now, this is the first time I've gotten together with this group outside of working. So I'm really curious to know exactly how this is going to go. But, you know, we pull up into somebody's apartment. They got these little trash can chutes out here. The steps are dirty. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who lives here, but we're going to see what, I hope the food is getting better than what the apartment's looking like. So we'll see what happens. I come into the apartment. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces, people that I do recognize. And it's good to see people I haven't seen in a long time. You know, these people I've worked with in the past, they're all good people. I see Ebony, I see Brandon, I see Mikey, I see Chris, so I see everybody there. So I'm looking like, okay, this is cool. The people that I deal with, so at least the brunch won't be too boring.
I was dressed for brunch. And then, you know, everybody else, I guess, I don't know, maybe he was passing out barbecue invitations when he was telling me about the brunch situation, but I mean, that's exactly what everybody else came for. Not everybody else, but Carl.
Man, you're not finna be giving no gone with the wind vibes today, right?
Yeah.
Cause you know, like, I just need this to be like a calm situation.
It's just how, you know, y'all cooking in here, so I know the heat was in here. So
Okay.
I mean, you are wearing a hoodie. I see that, you know, Mikey has on his, you know, old lady attire per usual. And then you got Brandon that, you know, has on his, you know, sexually seductive jacket with his chest showing. I can't say that I'm not surprised by that.
I felt profusely overdressed.
When I was invited to this brunch, they didn't give me the memo of how we supposed to have dressed. So I'm sitting here with, you know, sweatpants on, you know, coming like I usually do, you know, to eat breakfast. And here we are when people get their suit jackets on and their cute little shoes and whatnot. Now, Mikey know better. I think Mikey set me up because there's no way you'd have had a brunch when everybody was dressed up and you didn't tell me what we had to wear.
Oh, the air is kind of tense. Everyone's kind of being a little bit standoffish. So we're going to see how this brunch plays out and if the boys play nice, because I don't think they're going to today.
Now, let me grab Chris so we can go ahead and talk real quick. At least I can get me some fresh air. So Chris is usually a level-headed person. He's usually out of drama. Because there's something that's been boiling on my mind, and I really want to ask somebody about how they feel about it. Okay, well, first of all, it's good I see you in a while.
It's good to see you too.
I know it's been a long time. See, I just put on my hood gear. They didn't tell me we was
Look, I said I want to be comfortable.
Okay, see, that's why I was going for comfortable.
I might have to let my belt out after I eat.
Because they got suit jackets on and all this other stuff. I did not have to drive 40 miles out to go have a brunch at somebody's apartment.
I mean, it gagged me too when I put in that GPS. I was like, it's what?
It's a little bit far. We could have had eggs and bacon at home. We could have went to the local IHOP, the Waffle House, something. If you want, I mean, you're going to do this. Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, hopefully the food's really good.
But I wanted to say something because, you know, I got the corporate mouth and we, you know, everybody always sending me a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was brought to my attention that Brandon doing OnlyFans.
Yes. Carl starts to ask me if I've seen Brandon's OnlyFans page, and he just, I guess, has some concerns and wants to know, is everything okay? Which is a fair question.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't see a few of it that came across my thing, but you know,
yeah.
I have not seen or spoke to Brandon in quite some time, but this is the one that I got. Yeah, this is it right here. I didn't see he was doing all this. See, I didn't get this part. I did not get this.
I am shocked. You know, you can imagine things a certain type of way, but it definitely hits different when you see it.
Chris was a little taken back because Chris was expecting the same thing. He was more expecting, you know, a little HBO special, but instead he got Breed It Raw. See, what I got was a little PG-ish. I'm thinking like, you know, it's like some underwear shots, maybe like this, but it's time to get, now, ain't he on Triangle?
Yeah, he's on Triangle.
Are they not paying or something? Like, what's going on?
I don't know.
Now, there's nothing wrong with having an OnlyFans. My issue is that, you know, he does web series, he gets paid. I'm trying to figure out, is it a money situation that drove you to do OnlyFans, or that you just want some attention? It has to be a reason, doesn't it? Now, I want to know. Well, this is me. I just have to report the news, you know?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
I can't, look, I can't knock nobody's hustle. Listen, Kim Kardashian did it right.
People gonna keep using that excuse. I mean, people gonna keep using it. Okay.
She did it. Look, I know it's a little bit harder, especially, you know, being black and gay.
I just thought with Brent, I thought he would have been doing all of that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, people don't want to get no job or nothing. I mean, I thought the ones he had was paying enough. I mean, just me. I'm not being, you know, people think I'm being shady. I'm just, you know.
No, I get it.
And I just want to know, if things have gotten that hard and times have gotten that hard, you know, just ask a bit. You know, we here to help.
I mean, I see it. It's an easy move, right?
It is very easy.
It's very easy. A lot of followers, but they don't, and so, you know, they're famous, but they don't necessarily have all of that money. So what's the most lateral move to be able to like turn that into money? There are a lot of people who have a lot of followers who are seen by a lot of people, but don't necessarily have the same lifestyle, the same financial means. This is like, well, I'm already showing you a lot. Let me just show you a little bit more. No, I mean, I could never do it.
Well, basically what we've came to the conclusion of is that Brandon is basically trying to monetize off the fact that he has a huge following. Not only because I want to know before, because I have fans that's asking me about it, I just want to know what's going on. Like, I want to know what's giving you the motivation to say, hey, let me get butt booty naked for people for $9.99 a month. I would not be me if I didn't ask him about these OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No, I have not talked to him. I have to ask. Like, I just want to know.
I mean,
I don't think it's shady. Shady if I ask.
No, because at the end of the day, I would like perspective on. I mean, I get it to a certain degree, but do we have to do this? It was a lot more stress and mess than you would have thought.
Well, I hope these eggs ain't dry. And I like cheese in my eggs.
Yeah.
And they ain't got no smoking section either. Till I go outside. Who do I look like? Now, as we go back inside, like I said, I got everything I needed from Chris. But the person I really want to ask is Mikey.
So, can we talk for a second? I see Brandon, and he looks fabulous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, of course.
Outside.
Yeah. Or we're not like around people. And So when Lacie gets there, I'm excited to see her because she's one of my favorite women. And she's always been pleasant. She's always been nice. But her facial expression is kind of giving me something different. And she is really adamant about talking to me about something outside. So,
yeah. It ain't even about me. It's about you.
Okay.
And I know, like, I've heard that you've had some, like, maybe like prior issues with like working with Signal 23.
Quite a few, yeah.
But that you talked to Henderson about maybe being in like another show that he's doing.
I never spoke to him about that.
I thought you talked to him at his birthday party.
If you've had previous issues that you're trying to work out with somebody who owns a production company, why not accept their invitation to audition for a role? If you keep claiming that you're so serious about acting and moving forward and kind of letting the past be the past.
I spoke to him at his birthday party just to let him know that I was there because he invited me
to
Mikey. Because him and Mikey still have a pretty close relationship. So basically he reached out to Mikey and told him, you know, let Brandon know if he wants to be a part of, if he wants to do a cameo.
Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to Brandon personally is because I know that the original message went through Mikey.
Situation.
What happened?
What's that?
I thought we thought maybe you didn't know that, like maybe Mikey didn't tell you.
About what?
About him reaching out to Mikey like, hey, I have a role. Him reaching out to Mikey like, hey, I got a role for Brandon. Yeah. Have him reach out to me.
Yeah, Mikey spoke to me about it.
But what happened?
Well, I declined, respectfully.
And he said some shit like, I respectfully declined. You're not in a position to respectfully decline. And when he told me that, like, he was fully aware that Mikey, like, wasn't trying to sabotage him.
Well, I mean, it's in all reality, I just think we've gotten past everything that's happened years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the bullshit to the bullshit to the bull shit.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, work is just work. And I mean, at the end of the day, he's been able to create quite a lucrative production company. So
Yeah. But
him asking me and everything and wanting me to be a part of it, it's completely understandable. But at the same time, I just, you know, respectfully declined. I just didn't want to do work with him anymore.
What's up? Why didn't you, accept this invitation for a role if you want to act so badly?
We thought that you just genuinely didn't know because there was no, nobody relayed the message. Like, okay, he was informed, check.
Yeah.
He declined, check. Relay that message, respectfully declined.
Request
that
pending.
that was gone. So
Right.
now it just looks like, okay, then he knew, check. He declined, check. Didn't say anything, and then it comes off kind of like, oh, so
It just makes me look like
a flake.
Right. A production company that I used to work with, and the CEO is a little perturbed with me because I decided not to go forward with them with working on a project, and it's just sounds like some bullshit.
And you're not a flake.
Far from
but
that.
that's what it looks like. So when we are all talking, it's just kind of like, well, just maybe he didn't know. Maybe Mikey forgot to tell him.
Yeah. They reached out to me through Michael, and I think what's weird is that Michael decided not to relay the message, which is a totally different conversation.
We was like, is Mikey being messy? I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I want to talk to him about this because I was like, like why would Mikey not tell him? Like, Brandon's a professional, but
the people of the church, I just can't. I just can't. Like, the thing is, like, we'll definitely have that conversation. We still got a whole brunch to get through.
Mikey, I was talking to Chris about.
About what?
Did you know your good girlfriend is doing OnlyFans? She popping it up and all over the net. So I sit Mikey down and just ask him, like, hey, does he know what's going on? Because, like, is he raising the rent on them? You know, they need more grocery. Like, they trying to buy a couch. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. What's that face about?
I just wanted to, I didn't know.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Do not bring that up. That's a very sore subject with him.
Why is it so? The funny thing is, people do OnlyFans, so when you bring it up, it's like, oh my God, you're trying to be shady.
Carl, I'm so serious.
It's a sore subject, but you're doing it?
Carl, let me be very serious with you about this. I'm gonna put you out if you bring that up.
Now, whoa. I just asked a simple question, and do you think I should answer about it or not?
I'm beyond serious about that.
I'm just asking.
You're my friend, and that's my friend.
Look at this. It's right. That reaction is what the people said. This was sent to me.
So I'm just at the table, got my head in my hands, and I'm just like, oh my goodness.
I hadn't even seen all this.
Carl.
I mean, it look cute, but I'm just saying, like,
no.
Are they not paying?
Who the fuck? Who does that?
He do, apparently.
Carl.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm really big on loyalty. And when you sit right there and try to drag my friend for something that he's doing, I'm not gonna sit here and let somebody talk nasty about him when he's not in the room to defend himself. He would do it for me, so I'm gonna do it for him.
Between us good girlfriends, I just wanna know. Listen.
But I'm not that type of. Okay.
All I'm saying is, he's doing this. So if you're doing it and it's out there, once to hit the net, child, it's on the net. And I follow his Instagram and he plays pretty much as what he posts. I mean, he doesn't, he wasn't, doing all that, but, how you don't want to talk about it?
Had on his OnlyFans, I'd never viewed it. I was shocked. It just made me sick to my stomach.
You're getting very testy.
Yeah, because that's my friend. Whether he's here or there, that's my friend. And this was the same way with you. I'll be the same way.
I'm the real ass bitch. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna ask him when he get here. I just want to know. I just want to ask the group. I'm very protective of my friends as well, so I'm not exactly surprised. But the level of, protection that Mike is giving is leading to believe that it's something way more than just friendship here. Are y'all fucking? Because you seem to be very upset about it. I just don't know.
Oh, you wish.
I'm like that about my men, not about my friends.
Okay, you wish.
Isn't he on Triangle?
It is. What's wrong with it?
Are they not paying him?
That's none of your business.
OnlyFans is a desperate move when you need money.
That's none of your business. And from my understanding, they pay all of the actors.
Is he not paying his bills? Like, what's going on here? I just want to.
Are you getting paid for your acting? That's the question.
I am actually. You sure y'all not fucking? Would I not see a video y'all?
I don't have to be fucking somebody to do right by them. Carl, don't let me kick your ass up the yellow brick road, okay? Chill out.
So he comes outside and he's talking about how, like, Carl is showing people Brandon's OnlyFans stuff, and you guys, I am shook.
Showing pictures of your videos with your booty holes and stuff out, like bent over and all that, and I'm telling him that's not cool.
Because I didn't even know that Brandon had an OnlyFans. Like, now I'm just here for the tea.
Did he like it?
He must have to show it at the table to bring it up.
When Mikey initially came to me and spoke to me about Carl being messy, well, the first thing that came to mind was, well, damn, I mean, is water wet?
And then he tried to ask us we fucking or something like that. I ain't got to fuck nobody to be on their side. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
I did hear that you wanted Brandon, though.
Brandon seems kind of unbothered by this information about Carl showing his OnlyFans to people, but Mikey is like, you guys, when I tell you, like, he was going crazy. He was so pissed off, and in my mind, I'm like, is this your man? Is this your boyfriend? Are the rumors true?
It's not my business because it's, you know, boys club. I'm over here, y'all. You know,
Who has that?
I don't know, but I don't remember everybody's names. But I did hear that you wanted Brandon, and that sometimes, you know, issues that you guys have in your own home with like things that you guys go through, you let him slide because you kind of want to smash.
Wow.
And your hope is that at some point he'll like want you back.
I don't know if the rumors are true, y'all, but it's kind of weird.
Let's just put it out there. Once upon a time, I had a crush on Brandon.
Now, this happened years ago. He expressed and professed how much he was attracted to me. Like, I wanted a friendship and a business relationship with Mikey. It would be extremely platonic.
How did he take that?
I don't necessarily think he took that so well.
And I said, so when I was, you know, I was like, that's crazy because that's what you said. And then you told us how you guys became roommates. And so then they were like, y'all don't know everything. And I was like, that's crazy.
Let's be clear. He let me stay with him. I had hit rock bottom in my life, both personally and career-wise. And I needed somewhere to stay. And he opened his home to me.
But, you know, I'm in a girls club, so.
Of course.
Yeah,
I feel like when you're important and when you look like this,
Ah.
you have to be a part of somebody's conversation.
Give myself the title of the librarian because I look over all books that shall be read.
Yeah, finally we getting some food. I mean, it took that long to make, you know, some grits, some bacon and some biscuits, but finally we're eating.
So, tell us about why you brought us together.
So the reason I wanted to have everybody together is because I actually like really care about.
So you guys, I am literally sitting at the royal table today with all of the queens.
Dealing with the Black LGBT community in general, simply because I felt like I wasn't supported.
Right.
I felt like I was being demonized.
The girl was free.
So we're having a fabulous Waffle House brunch with our plastic cups, plastic forks, you know, real cheap like.
Solving problems, getting things where it needs to be. That's it. Well, speaking of, you know, we're talking about body positivity. I just feel like everybody just loves the skin that they're in. I understand. I do. You love the skin you're in? Sometimes. You know, so, you know, everybody has that, but I'm glad you said that.
And then you have Mikey stands up and he starts preaching body positivity. And I said, hey, this is a perfect way to segue into Brandon and his OnlyFans. Like, don't you think?
I have noticed that you've been doing OnlyFans. Like, what is going on?
Carl, yeah. Has decided to start an OnlyFans doesn't necessarily mean that they're broke. They got into the OnlyFans community because I was broke in the bank. It just means that
Triangle is paying you, right?
Whether they think that it's great that we are having a conversation about other people's business.
Yeah, it's so great.
Speaking of which,
Carl's shooting shots, Brandon's shooting shots.
Go tell them my business because y'all got into
did
it.
you enjoy
Fuck that,
how great
hold on.
and how glistening that hole was on
It was
the
very
camera?
nice.
It went downhill real fast from there.
Apparently you should
All the
and everybody
a lot of
here-
subscribers, the checks should be rolling very
the checks
nicely.
are.
Is it that you have problems paying rent? And if that is an issue, you need to be talking to your roommate, Mikey.
Doesn't it look that way?
It was, I mean, you were busted
Listen,
open.
let me tell you
I'm
something.
saying.
If you, okay,
I'm-
ladies and gentlemen, had a body
Oh,
like
we got
this
a
one,
live show.
at the end of the day,
Yes, ma'am.
I would be pretty pressed.
I wouldn't. I don't blame you.
So let me tell you something.
I would make sure everything
Let me
financially.
tell you something. Hold on.
I'm a public figure in the LGBTQ plus community. One specifically here in Atlanta because I've made a name for myself here in the city. Right now, I'm just like disgusted.
What is the problem with those two?
with the fact that he decided that this was conversation for the table.
So I asked them, should I ask? Of course, they asked me not to say nothing, but for what? I mean, I'm asking.
No.
How's your podcast?
No.
And how boring.
Snooze fest is what it is.
Oh my God!
We're tired. Yeah. You haven't had any regular guests. You haven't had any. Nobody's talking about the podcast or lack thereof. Saying nobody's talking about the fact that he was dressed for a barbecue when it was a brunch.
It's Mikey over here. Why are you so upset? And I'm like, calm down. I'm talking to your boyfriend, not you. Why are you so mad? So, but she claims that's just her friend now. I'm just saying. Y'all see her.
I thought I asked you.
Oh, your friend group watches your podcast? OUTPour, yeah?
More than watch the Mikey show, don't they?
You trying. But you own it though, ain't you?
I was asked to be on it. You needed it. You know what?
And now you asked not to be on it.
Because you know what I mean.
You don't show what is that. Because you not needed.
That's my office, honey. And you're mad about it.
Office?
Yes. Remember when I was posting that show the first time, but they gave me my own show that was rating more than yours? But remember, I was on my friend group.
And then Mikey stands up and like threatens to like fire Carl from the radio show to do a radio show together. He even tried to pull the producer card for this show. Like he was all the way Shawnee O'Neal.
Now, apparently my friend group is very large.
What friend group?
This is Shawnee and your fan.
I thought he was. But you know what? You know what you can do? You can get the fuck out. You can get
Girl, that's fine. You don't have to kick out of
You can sell.
This girl.
You ain't gonna get to a better place. Talk about what's your ass nowhere. What?
Y'all. Did this girl just try to put me out? No, let's try. This girl put me out of her brunch.
The stairs are dirty. I'm got trash cubbies outside. Girl,
Get the fuck on. Bye.
that is okay.
Bye.
Girl.
Bye. Step.
Excuse me.
You get the fuck out.
Girl.
I'm just trying to chew my food. I am excited if Mikey and Carly would even have the radio show for this.
Make your money. Bye, my girl.
You disrespectful as fuck.
Because you know what?
Girl,
ciao.
bye.
Okay, you're such a gentleman.
Get the fuck out.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Get the fuck out. Oh.
Now the cat's out the bag.
On the next episode of WebLYFE.
And as always, thank you guys so much for the outpour of love and support. And be sure to continue tuning in to WebLYFE.